Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Lorena and I love to share my recipes with you. And if you've been here before, then hello again. Today we're going to make a no-churn Stracciatella ice cream. A Stracciatella ice cream is one that is vanilla based, but it also has small pieces of chocolate, of dark chocolate usually, that when you bite into them, because they're frozen, they're super crunchy, but they also release this incredible chocolate taste. Making a no-churn ice cream is really simple, and you need two basic components. The first one is condensed milk. Condensed milk has anti-freezing properties, which helps your ice cream to not crystallize, to not form ice crystals within it. The other component that we need is cream, so we can whip it up and have a nice and airy ice cream, and I'm going to bring that up in a second. For my chocolate, I'm going to use a 64% cacao chocolate, which I'm going to chop up really small. If you like ice cream, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. I'm now going to make this Stracciatella ice cream, so if you want to see how it's done, then keep on watching this video. The first thing that I'm going to make is I'm going to add vanilla extract to my condensed milk. Now let's talk vanilla for a second. The purest form of vanilla is the vanilla pod, and it's just a pod that has a lot of seeds in them, which are the tiny specks that you see when there's something that is flavored with real vanilla. We usually scrape out the seeds very carefully, but the pod also has a lot of flavor that you can infuse into milk, sugar, etc. The second type of vanilla you can find that is also quite pure is the vanilla paste. So what you have there is between a gel and a liquid medium where the vanilla seeds are floating around, and that you can use instead of scraping out the seeds from a pod. The next thing that you can find is the vanilla extract, which is what I have here, and it is usually alcohol based, and that alcohol will remove the flavor from the vanilla pod and seeds, and so you have a lovely real vanilla flavoring for your preparations. And last, you have the vanilla essence. Now, vanilla essence is not related to vanilla at all, and it's usually just a mix of flavorings. So this vanilla extract will give it a nicer vanilla flavor, but of course, if you cannot find this or don't have access to it, you can also use vanilla essence. So now I'm going to add a teaspoon of this to my condensed milk. Now I'm going to chop my chocolate until it's really nice and small. You don't want to use a food processor for this because the friction will make it melt and then you won't be able to remove all of it. Because we've chopped this up so much, it's more likely that it will melt if it's slightly warm in your kitchen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the freezer while we prepare the whipped cream. Straight from the fridge, I have here my whipping cream. You want your cream to be between 30 and 35% fat for this, which is just perfect to get a nice volume out of it. The fat is what we need to actually lift it up and be able to insert air into the mix, because if there's not enough fat in there, then it will never rise in volume. You also want it to be straight from the fridge, because think about butter, for example. When it's straight from the fridge, it's harder than when it is at room temperature. The same thing happens with the fats in the cream. So if it's cold, you're going to be able to whip it up. And if it's at room temperature, you're probably not going to be able to. So now I'm going to whip it at high speed until it's nice and fluffy.
Be careful not to over whip your cream, because if not, you're going to split it and it will turn into butter. Add about a third of the whipped cream to the condensed milk and mix it in. We want to make the textures more similar so that the condensed milk will not remove all of the air from the whipped cream. Then you're going to add the rest of the whipped cream and fold it in with a spatula. Once the mix looks homogeneous, then we add our chopped chocolate.
So this of course now needs to be frozen. You want to place it somewhere that can go in the freezer without any problem, without the risk of it breaking. And of course it needs to be in there for at least 8 hours or overnight. And because this is YouTube, because of the magic of YouTube, I already have one ready in the freezer from a couple of days ago so that I can show you how it looks in the end. Let's try a bit of this ice cream. It's really nice and soft. There are no ice crystals in there at all. And you can feel it fluffy. It has a nice amount of air as well. That was my No-Churn Stracciatella ice cream recipe. I really hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to put a thumbs up to this video. And also subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it already. It's free and only one click away by clicking on the bell down below. If you want to see more content from me, photos, videos, tips, and recipes, don't forget to follow me on all my other social media. You can see them listed on the description below. For the full recipe for this ice cream, don't forget that you need to go to the link in the description box below, and that will take you to my blog where you will find lots more recipes. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the next one.